Hi, folks. Good morning, good evening, wherever in the world you are. Have happy times, festival times. This is Robinder Sachdev. It is my pleasure to host this Saturday noon hour with a bunch of very special, talented folks from across the world. Uh, Nothing more needs to be said. We are all in a reflective mode and a reflective mood. That being said, let me welcome to the panel today some wonderful, wonderful folks with whom we'll have a discussion about the year gone by, the year coming, the challenges, the hopes, something that you and me are always thinking. All of us are thinking, including these panelists which we have with us. So let's sit back, relax, and listen to what these our beautiful minds have to say. Now, that being said, I'm going to add to the stream and bring to the studio our colleagues who will be joining me. And yeah, sure, I think we have all of them, or maybe one of them is going to be joining us soon. That's it. Uh, we have today with us Pavi Sachan, a media producer on craft technologies from New Delhi, India. Welcome, Pavi, to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Sure. We have Inkarat, and she seems to be, I mean, we don't see her on video, but she should be on the video, but, or catching up. Inkarat, where are you, please? Uh, Thank you for joining us. We have Chu Chanchu Vandy from Taiwan. Thank you, Vandy, for joining us.
Namaste, sir. Actually, it's Wanda. I'm sorry.
Manda, okay,
हाँ,
fine. I
कोई
will
बात नहीं,
correct.
कोई बात नहीं.
Such a last moment. Thank you so much. No, but oh, and then, but in that case, have we have Lily from Hong Kong? Is that correct?
Yes, totally. Nice to
Awesome.
meet you.
Sure. I'm sorry. This was, such a last minute conversation put up. We are live right now, and we were running against time. We just decided to put it there. So our apologies, and we will have it corrected, please. Uh, Hi. And of course, we have our curator, our most beautiful friend, colleague from Thailand, Inkarat. Thank you for joining us. Now, that being said, the idea of the discussion today is your views about the world that you look at today. A conversation. We are having conversations in homes. It's holiday season. We are sitting at homes talking with friends and family. What we would like to do is have this conversation here, and many maybe on Facebook Live are listening and sharing. And by the way, guys, this live which is going on right now, anyone listening, please coming by, checking by, keep on giving your questions, and our panel will answer. And you, our panelists, may also share this link with your Facebook page so that your colleagues can also see it. Right. Now, that being said, may I invite, and we'll go, we will have a discussion rounds, a free flowing discussion.
Mhm.
Any thoughts, any ideas about life philosophy that you have? See, that's what we want to hear. That's the global conversation we want to have. That's
Hmm.
line that is happening, right? So, may I invite Pavi for your opening thoughts on any aspect. Pavi, the floor is yours. You have a couple of minutes to make your thoughts, please.
Yes, surely. And I think that this is a wonderful discussion that we're having because at this point of time, I think this is something that we all need the most because surely the pandemic has been like very discouraging for a lot of us. But I think that rather than looking at this thing in terms of years like 2020 or 2021, I think we should be looking at things in terms of days. Because I think the one thing that can actually help each and every one of us is mindfulness, and that can only be achieved when we actually look at our life in terms of days rather than years, because we can't really expect anything out of like 2021 or maybe what will happen in 2022, because nobody can predict it. But rather, if we look at our days, how we are spending each and every day, and what we are doing, then maybe we can probably get out of this rut of procrastination, or maybe this sense of gloom that we have in our heads because of whatever has been going on around. So that is what I personally think. And, of course, there are a lot of factors that can actually help us all. I think one is nutrition, because I'm all about nutrition, because it's an intertwined process of our body and our mind that makes us do whatever we are doing. So I think that nutrition plays a big role in everything. And in a lot of studies, it has been seen that people feel depressed when there's a disruption in the microbiome, which is in their guts. So if something like that can happen, then I think that eating healthy is something that we should be looking at. And I think eventually things will, start working out. I think it's a slow process, but we should be looking at these aspects of life. So yes, that's what I think.
That is that's interesting. That is interesting. Sure, of course. May I now invite Inkarat for your opening thoughts on how do you look the year gone by and the year coming in? Inkarat, please.
Actually, I used to learn so many things from the past. So, if we think life is like our classroom, so we will
Seems that your broadband is kind of. Are you with us, Inkarat, please? Okay, on these live stream shows, the only thing you ought to fear is nothing other than God and broadband connectivity. Fair enough? So we have nothing else to fear other than the sky falling on our heads. So that being said, I'm really uh, our apologies and yeah. So I hope she'll be back with us. But in the meanwhile, may I invite Vanda? I'm
Yes.
sorry, we misspelled your name. Is your name spelled
Châu
correct?
Wan Zhu. Yeah, that is my full name pronunciation in Mandarin, but I usually that people call my nickname Wanda. It is the English name since I use from kindergarten childhood.
So, Wanda, the floor is yours. Give us your thoughts. What you think? What's happening? I mean, share. This is a platform, a discussion on sharing amongst friends, on all of us. So, your thoughts on the opening question is how do you see the 2020 gone by and 2020 coming in, 2021 coming in, and just reflections? Your thoughts, please.
Okay, let me review something about 2020 because since India locked the international flight line. I am the last traveler to come back. So I had joined and participate a part of the lockdown till July. Then I finally decide to finish my study. Actually, I'm learning Gatak, and the past 9 years I was study whole my spending whole my time in India. So this pandemic pushed me to suddenly stop my study and take the evacuation flight back to Taiwan. So it's very shock for me actually, and very suddenly, the whole lifestyle changed. And actually, the previous 9 years, I put all my life, like the main part, in India. So now I'm still in the like anti culture shock, I guess. I hope my English speaking correct. So I'm still trying to adjust the life in Taiwan, and sometimes still I missing the life. I mean the freedom part. There's some freedom part in the daily life in India. So I'm really missing that part. And yes, God pushed me to make the decision. I have to change my lifestyle. So 2021, yes, I have to start everything new in Taiwan. But still, I feel very guilty to ask all my Indian friends how are they, because Taiwan is a safe land. And this is the most part I feel guilty to speak out. So but in fact, I'm very worried about all my friends. How are they? And how's their family? How's their family economic goes on? How will they solve their problem? How does other artists' friends, how they surviving in India? And I couldn't imagine in this winter time how many people cannot get the proper supporting. I mean, in different economic level, how much people will die by hunger or by illness or sickness. It's very serious question in my mind. So still, I'm in a little bit sad mood. But yes, there's a turning key. Like this pandemic is a key to push everybody to open the new age that we are going to be. That's I feel.
Thank you so much. I mean, that is so profound and is so, compassionate. That is so compassionate. Thank you so much. I think we have Inkarat back with us. Inkarat, what would be your thoughts on the topic of the day? How do you think this whole pandemic and look global?
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
sure. Yeah. So kindly share your thoughts with us.
Actually,
Oh,
Oh, oh, oh. I think her broadband is playing up, but
oh.
sure she will be joining with us. So thank you so much. Now, may I switch to, let's say, Sumitra in Ireland uh, with her thoughts on how, I mean, how do you look at this world of today and what are your thoughts? Share with us as a grouping.
Hi everyone. So I'd say the past year has been like full of ups and downs for me, especially like because I was in my final semester of my masters when the pandemic started, and I had to make a decision like whether I wanted to go back to India or I wanted to stay here and complete my masters rather than completing it virtually. So I decided to stay back here because I just wanted to see where my career goes, but like so that went on and I completed my masters and in September. And initially the first 3 4 months I didn't have any time to think because I was very busy with my studies and my final semester. But then it really hit me when everything ended in September, and I was thinking, now what? now what after masters? So like with the lockdown and like trying to find a new job here in Ireland, and the life after graduation, so all of the things hit me together at once. And like I'd say, like that's when I hit my lowest point, and like it took me about a month or two to actually get myself back again and look for jobs here with the declining job market here in Ireland and everywhere else in the world. And so yeah, that's how it like went on. And so I'm like with every passing day, I'm trying to motivate myself, as to how should I work on my personal growth and my personal career journey. So yeah, that's been the whole.
No, thank you so much, guys. By the way, this is a live show, so we have many people who are watching this show right now and commenting, etc. So let me share some comments which have been coming in. One is a comment from Uday Sachan who says, "Great, thank you, Uday. Thank you for checking by, watching by. Please put in your questions, and I'm sure our panelists here would be happy to answer." Another Uday is from New Delhi. Another comment coming in from Gurdeep Chawla. She says, "Great initiative, live and let live." Thank you so much, Gurdeep. By the way, folks, Gurdeep, you guys should connect with her. She's in California. She's an amazing leader, communicator. She's an interpreter of presidents and prime ministers. So connect with her. Thank you so much, Gurdeep, for watching by and your comments. Gurdeep again says, wonderful initiative, live and let live. And then again, great to see you take the pandemic as a key to open new opportunities. Yeah, absolutely, yes. Let bygones be bygones. Let's move into the new gones in a way. Thank you, folks. So please keep sharing this on your Facebook pages right now and let any questions and comments keep coming as we are having this discussion. Thank you so much. I think we have Inkarat also back now with us. Now, uh, Lily, may we have your thoughts on the conversation of this, on the topic? You can take it any which way. This is an open-ended conversation. How do you think? What do you think? What are your dreams, fears? What are your What is your message? And it is nothing to do with specifically India. It's to do with humanity. We are the world together. This planet, we are all in it together. We all are in it together. What are your hopes, or are your hopes as we go into the new year? Please, Lily.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess like 2020 is a very difficult year for all of us because like sudden pandemic happens and then actually at the beginning I'm sure we don't know how to react because everything was so quick actually suddenly. Especially actually I'm staying in Delhi. So actually as a foreigner in a foreign country, then actually at the beginning like all the lockdown happened and some sudden changes actually is you feel quite uh, shocked, unable to react. But actually, I think it gave us like a new way of living because actually this pandemic like give us like social distance or all these kind of things. We can't meet each other, our friends, family. But actually, we feel like some distance with each other because we can only meet through internet, maybe by phone calls, we contact each other. But at the same time, actually, we like more treasures our families and friends because we really want to know they are doing well or not. So actually, I feel like I have more contact with my family, even my friends, than before. Because like normal days, you may be busy on your study, on your work, or something else, or so many other entertainment. Maybe you want to hang out with your friends. Sometimes you just don't spend much time with your family. Actually, especially for me, I'm not by my family. I'm in another country. But during this pandemic, actually, like I feel sometimes that you feel lonely because you're alone in some other country, but also you feel you're around by others also through internet, phone calls, everything. So I think we need to learn. That's also a lesson for us to learn, like to treasure the ones. Yeah. So I hope like next year, I don't know what will happen, but yeah, I think everything will be better. I hope so, of course.
Sure. I mean, fair enough. Thank you so much for your thoughts. I think Inka is again joining. Uh, uh, Let us, okay, that was the first round. Now, the second round would be, what is your message to the world? Supposing you have a message to the world, okay? May I invite, hi Inkarat, you're back? Hi, welcome. Uh, uh, okay, what are your thoughts on the topic of the day? Inkarat, please.
Sorry, can you ask again?
Oh wow, you're loud and clear now. You're loud and clear now. Now you're
Finally, I can
strong.
use.
Good. Okay, the topic is anything that you pick. The idea is this year going fast, new year coming, anything, any reflection, any thoughts for the future, any reflections, all yours.
For me, I think whole our life is like our classroom to learn about life. So we don't know about our future. We know only today what we will do. And today I think I will do the best thing to my life. Only that. But have to know one thing. Everything if in the past if we did something wrong or not good, so we learn from that thing, and in the future we will not do again like that, and forgive ourselves and come back to love ourselves and say thank you to everyone, even good or bad come to you, so you have to say thank you them. Because of them, that's why we are here. We are strong, we are forgive them, we know how to give. Actually give and forget is good more than give and take it. When you give somebody you feel good already, that is the thing you take from that feeling. Give and forget. But if you give somebody and then you want something back, so actually that is not real happiness. That means you want something. Even you hope on, so tomorrow I want to go to shopping, but maybe tomorrow we have to go to quarantine, you know. So actually everything can change. So why we have to live in the future? Why we not live now in the present and learn how to be the best person, how to give to everyone, to every life, because everyone in this world, there are some you don't like someone or that person don't like you, but positive it, you learn something from that. So that so everything is good actually. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. You know, the most beautiful thing about hosting such conversations is that one not only learns, the words and the passion with which our participants talk gives each of the panelists, I hope, and me also, energy. So thank you so much, Inkar. That was beautifully said. That's beautifully said. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Actually,
Ah,
even we want to keep something, right?
mhm.
So that is unhappiness also, because we want to save or want to keep something. Because we have to understand also, one day you get it, and maybe in the future you will lose it. So if we understand about nature, so actually we can get happiness from inside, not from outside. Yeah.
Oh, that is fantastic. Uh, Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, That's see, this conversation of today is a free flowing conversation, uh, and is going in rounds, right? So now, to open the next round, may I invite Pavi. Your thoughts, any thoughts to share? And by the way, folks, whoever is listening, watching this on Facebook Live, mine or yours, whoever, please keep on giving your comments, and we will add your comments and your questions. So, any questions, we will have this wonderful panel to answer. These are, random, brilliant minds who are thinking and thoughtful with us. So, Pavi, your few comments on any topic you want to take, and then we come to Sumitra.
Okay, so one thing that really, bothers me is uh, that we are losing the sense of community. I mean, of course, we are all behind our screens now, and we are not meeting physically, and we are not going to office, we are not going for work. Um, like social distancing is being followed. So there's, um, let's say, the sense of community has gone down a little bit, but I think that is the one thing that can actually save us from this. Now, I would urge. You asked Mr. Sachdeva that if I could give uh, my message to the world. If I have to give one message to the world, it's that please do your bit. Please do your bit for the community, even if it means that you're feeding some dogs on the street, or you're just going the extra mile to take your trash to a safe location where it could be collected. Or maybe it's just anything at all which serves the community, which extends your gratitude towards the place, the community that you're living in. And I think that is very important because we don't know who is suffering at what level. It's not just about physically suffering, but suffering in terms of economic setbacks, suffering in terms of let's say mental health or physical health, of course, because it's a pandemic and it's a very deadly disease. So I think we have to understand that we have to be more, let's say, compassionate towards others. Let's say we have to be more empathetic towards others because that is the only thing that is going to, drive a community us in the long run. And this is the time, especially when we are separated because of this pandemic and we are behind our screens. So I think this is how we have to extend our help towards the society.
Uh, Thank you so much, Pavi. In fact, I'm going to, listening to your discussion, I'm going to change the order with the permission of Sunitra, if you may allow me, please, right? Because what you mentioned, Pavi, I think these are points which are in everyone's minds and a discussion. I think perhaps the idea is that who knows where the change is? The change is maybe in the conversations that we have with each other in our community, right? And the change us will take a time. But may I invite, uh, see, you got to pardon me, Vanda. Yeah, I was saying, no, yeah, sure. Yeah. For your thoughts on this conversation. And nothing to do with, it's a global conversation. It's a
Hmm.
global conversation, multicultural. Of course, we look at cultures. So, Vanda, your thoughts, please.
Well, actually, I am learning for art, so I feel when the global economy goes very weak, art somehow is also become the very weak link of the societies. I mean, full of human beings also. So I think from myself, what I can do is protect myself properly, and then if I saw somebody doesn't keep the safe social distance, I can a little bit remind them, because if everybody can do their own self, how to say, uh, protection well, then maybe it is a little bit slightly helping the pandemic, because artists now, even we lost the job almost, because there's no performance, and then the school, the art institute, they are shut down, they are not able to open, everybody is go online. But this is the new lifestyle that everybody need to, I mean, accept, I can say, because there's no option, actually no option. So maybe we can think about what can we do through the social media or through the internet. Because a few days ago I just saw a very beautiful story in Taiwan. There's a lady, her name is Priya, and she is a very nice Mandarin speaker, but she's Indian. And she found some like supporting amount from the Taiwanese people. And then he found a very nice guy who can trust. We send the money through his bank to helping the Calcutta poor children to have a nice Christmas gift, and to buy the blanket for them to surviving the winter. I mean, I'm not a part of them, but when I saw, I feel very warm, and I got idea. I feel yes. When I feel very losing about the world changing too fast, I cannot accept. But somebody, some people, they already doing something through our imagination. And I feel very warm and very touching, that it gives me some energy that yes, there's a hope and I can do something, rather than feel upset. Yeah.
Oh, no, I mean, that is beautifully said. I think the whole idea of these conversations that we're holding is, yes, some energy, some ideas, we spark some thoughts amongst
Yes.
us, the panelists, and the listeners. And may I request anyone watching us on Facebook, please come by, check by, wave by, like, ask your questions, and you guys share. That's the whole idea. It's about the narratives. Uh, it's about the narratives. Thank you so much. May I now again, Lily, from what Vanna was saying, what are your thoughts on what she's saying? And looking at the meta narrative, what are you thinking? What are your coping strategies? I mean, look at things globally or locally or within your family. What are you finding? And how do you see the world of tomorrow, Lily? Please.
Yeah, yeah. Just like Wanda just ago said, like, because it's a difficult timing for everyone. So actually, sometimes I also feel so very lucky. Like, still I have like okay life. So I would say, if everyone who has ability to share with others, even contribution just a little bit, it would be very great for like artists, or not even artists. You can start with your neighborhood, like even you like not physically or distributing something, you can just cheer your neighbors up or asking they're doing well or not. This kind of caring thing, we can start doing it by ourselves. And also, since like the pandemic, actually we can't really like go to school or go to work, but like work from home or study from home actually gives us like some extra timing, because we saved our time while traveling. We saved quite a lot of time. It's a good opportunity to learn something new or do something you have passion at, or maybe like some childhood you have some hobbies, you like drawing, or maybe you like to sing, you like to learn a new instrument, even you want to cook something new, try some new recipe, or make some food to share with your neighbors. That would be some great idea to cheer yourself up and cheer others up. Yeah, because sometimes we like keep staying at home, we can't go out to social, which makes our mood very down sometimes. So I think it's a good chance, if we have some extra timing, we can do something new to cheer ourselves up. Yeah. So I think in a positive way, we can treat it as a wet for us also. we have extra time to take a rest, chill, have a chai, read some books, listen to some nice music. Yeah, that would be really great.
Awesome. That's a beautiful spirit. Thank you so much, Lily. Now, Sunethra, having listened to these folks in this round, what are your thoughts and any thoughts? See, big picture. The idea for this show, by the way, guys, this will be on YouTube. It's being recorded right now. So, anyone, folks, is Facebook Live right now. Anyone watching it, seeing it, please put in your comments. We can take your comments. We had some comments, I think, but it will be there. So, right now, it's a live show, right? Uh, what are your thoughts, Mitra, on what you heard from Lily, Vanda, pardon, Vanda, right? Uh, I'm sorry,
No, no, no,
you
no,
could
no, no, no.
pardon. I mean, the world is so multicultural. We don't know. You will not be able to pronounce my name, maybe, but I try. Okay, one should. It's the beauty lies in understanding the diversity. The world, I mean, if everyone was the same as you and me, it'll be no fun. The world has beauty because there are differences of it. There are different people, different meanings, different cultures. That's what we enjoy. If it was all same as each of us, there will be no beauty in this world. But the beauty of this world lies in the fact that the things are different, and we got to enjoy, cherish them with all due respect, right? So, so Sunetra, now
Yeah.
concluding around this one, what are your thoughts? And you can go any which way. What do you think? Please expound. All
Uh,
yours.
Okay, so I think the one thing I've been really noticing all year is people being frustrated with so many Zoom calls. So I think that's another aspect of this pandemic that everyone had to shift to an online mode. So obviously there are some positives of this thing that nobody has to travel and you get to spend time at home. But like in some places I've been seeing, there is no distinction between like your personal and professional life. So people in corporates, for example, they are working after 5. They are in home, they're working virtually. They are taking Zoom calls at 10 p.m., which is not okay. So I've been seeing that. And I think it's the responsibility of businesses to actually be empathetic towards their employees as well, to actually understand that employees are also going through mental health problems. So that's what I've realized in the whole year, that mental health is one of the biggest issues to come out of this pandemic. And a lot of, while all of us are very privileged to stay at home in a very comfortable environment, but a lot of other people are living in homes which they are very not comfortable with. They might be living with abusive people. They might be living in a home which is not okay for them to work in. They don't have the right environment. So I'd say, mental health has been really affected for
Yes,
like a lot of people. And,
exactly.
completely agreeing with what he said before me. You should, like, everyone, like, it has taken, like, for me to also realize that just take that 1 hour out of your daily life to actually focus on yourself and just have a glass of wine and maybe enjoy some music, do what you love. That 1 hour is very important for us to reflect on ourselves. So where are we going? How are we doing? How was our day? Just to ask myself, how was my day? Was my day good? Did I feel any better? I hope I'll feel better tomorrow. So just 1 hour of reflection is, I think that's very important for us now, especially living in a virtual world and cooperating with everyone virtually. So yeah, so that's my thought on this one.
Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful thought, actually. Just 1 hour, me and my space and
Yeah,
my me and few thoughts.
yeah.
And you've been having more than 1 hour. You've been having several hours, right? Okay. Now, sure. May I invite Inkarat for, and we can go on for a beautiful discussion, but let's say this is the last round, right? Inkar, what are your thoughts? And again, it's an open-ended discussion. What are your thoughts about where we are today? What you would want to not prescribe or even prescribe? Be happy to prescribe what you think should be done, should not be done in the world of tomorrow where we are heading into. Yours, please.
I thought actually everyone don't know what is the end of the life. We don't know about our future. So I think we know just only now what we can do. And if one day we have to pass away, so we will not feel bad about past thing. So actually now we have life, so we have a chance to learn in this world. Uh, exactly, we have 1 hour for come back to see ourselves. But why we not think if we can give 24 hours to learn about ourselves and to give somebody, not just only a human, can give every life. Like in this situation, actually online class is very tough for poor people. Actually, they don't have internet like us. They have only books to read. How they can connect to a teacher is very tough for them. So actually, sometimes we have to look at people like this also because they are same as they are human also. We not have high or low. Everyone is equal. So if somebody like maybe like me, uh, when I meet people later, and then if they ask something, so if I can help, so I will help. Every morning I have to give food for the poor people because actually I feel in this time we cannot selfish. We have to share. If you can share something, you should share without ask for that, without have to show your face like, oh, I have to take photo, I do this thing good and then post in Facebook. Actually it's nothing. We can do sometime without social. We no need to tell anyone, but we can feel something from that, right? And I feel like every time when I give something without asking, what I feel is that is my happiness. And I feel like life not just only for human, but even animal also, even nature also. Like now we building a lot of things, but we not care about the tree, and the medicine is made from the tree. So one day, if not have the tree, how we can make medicine? So actually, everything is like protect each other. Even nature protect us. We also have to protect them. I feel like that. And in this situation, I feel have positive thing also. Why? Like me, I'm from Thailand, but I'm study in India. So our time is so different. So actually, sometimes my internet and my Guruji internet is very, like today. It's happened. Yeah, but it's like keep my passion to push myself. Whatever happen, I have to study. Whatever happen, I have to practice. Even now, I don't have a lot of uh, performance like before. But actually, you should not throw your dream. You should not throw everything in your life. You can push. You can do whatever you can do. And now it's good one thing. Now I stay with my parents. So that is positive. to take care of my parents also, and to learn about life, how to be like this and get happiness from inside, not from outside. Because every time when we want happiness, right? So actually to watching movie, go to shopping, and everyone thinking that is my happiness to get. But actually now it's like time to come back. And now not just only 1%. Everyone, everyone in this world have situation learn how to not be selfish. Have to learn how to share and how to protect in this world, how to every life, not just only us. Because if I get corona and if I'm not take care of myself,
Uh, Probably the, your broadband. Are we there or have we missed you? Uh, uh,
yeah, thank you.
you're back, you're back, you're back, you're back, you're back, you're back. Please, please
Yeah,
continue.
even it's very tough for boyfriend girlfriend also. If you long distance, it's exactly,
You know, she is my loveliest friend. I mean, I'm not her boyfriend, but she has a boyfriend somewhere else in the world. But yes, I understand. I know her boyfriend very well. He's like, what to say, my younger brother. She's my younger sister. So yeah, thank you for coming by, dropping by. But the points that you raised are amazing, amazing. And you know, I'm surprised, by the way, guys. You see, in this discussion, you guys are a different age group, right? I'm kind of a different age group. From what I'm listening to, what you guys say, you guys have a beautiful world coming forward for you. I mean, you know, the sense of compassion, the sense of empathy that you're developing. If what I'm understanding from what this panel today is talking, you know, the sense of empathy you have, the sense of understanding, the sense of this thing you have. Sure, there are huge challenges out there. Personal, of course, we'll have, you know, one day, end of the day, all of us are gonna pop out, right? And various geopolitical and all. But the way you guys are each talking about the world that you look, the prism, you have a beautiful outlook. And you know what? The outlook determines the world you will see tomorrow. How you look at the world of tomorrow will really shape the world of your tomorrow. That's what I've lived and I've believed in. Thank you so much, Inka. Now, may I invite Vanda
Oh, yes.
for the next round? And again, it's a free flowing conversation. Your thoughts on whatever has been discussed so far, whoever has said whatsoever, what do you think? Where the world is headed tomorrow? Your philosophy, life, death, anything, happiness, sadness, whatever, all yours. You have 2 minutes.
Two
Share with
minutes.
us,
Okay.
and what you share with us will be shared on YouTube video with multiple folks right now. Not right now. In fact, it's Facebook Live right now. Folks comment, etc. And on YouTube, please, all yours.
Okay. Actually, before Robinder sir was asking me what is the message you want to give to the world, right? So I was thinking for this question, then I feel like fully living and enjoying life the moment where you are, and never let any regrets in the life because you don't know when it will suddenly stop. So somehow, being nice from your acceptable ability, being nice with the people surrounding you, even unknowing person, that is also like a little bit kindness to give another people slightly warm with this hard moment. I think it is like in Kalat what she say, like people need to help each other, even the different lives, different spirituals maybe. And it is a hard moment, but it also a new reborn moment that people can think about what we need to like live and what we need to going and toward which part of the way that we can think about in the future. I don't know how to explain it properly, but I have the very strong feeling that we are turning to the old age to the new age. Very strong feeling. And the way we are communicate will be totally different from before. And somehow every different ages people have to spending different hard working to accept. Maybe young people they are very easy to accept a new change, just 1 second, okay, it's fine. But maybe for my like my parents, they are 60 around, almost 70, they take a little bit time to adjust this word changing in the different pattern. They are not be the pattern they are used to be. So not just us to join the new world, also helping the people who are not able to accept easily, to helping them, to give them a hand, to give them some warmth and how, I don't want to say guide them, just helping them to go to the same direction where we are, because I believe a mature life is you can be very easy going by yourself, but the people around you also they are feel very comfortable and not I don't know how to say, like a very natural way. That should be even not just people, maybe every spiritual, every life, that we are comfortable, they are comfortable. That is the word I was expecting in the future, and I feel the damaged part is the tipping point of changing. So that's it.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Uh, I normally, you see, as a moderator, I do not uh, share my thoughts or what I feel. But what you said, Vanda, it kind of struck me to share with you guys, and the sense of what everyone on this panel has been saying. It seems, again, I'm coming back to it seems that you guys are, and by when I say you guys, please pardon me, I'm about a bit older than all of the panel here, right? Okay, so I can say that, as an elder brother or whatever. Uh, you guys are so amazing. What each one of you has been saying and feeling. Uh, this is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. And especially, I say to the words that you said, Vanna. I lost my father 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So what you guys are saying is somewhere, like, so, life, what we look at life, how it goes, where we are now, and where life is heading. It's a very interesting journey, and this COVID year has brought, I think, very interesting dimensions. In any case, life is interesting, but this COVID thing has brought some twists. So it's very interesting to, I don't know. At the most, I can say it's very interesting. Thank you so much for that. Now, may I invite Lily for your thoughts? It's a conversation, sharing amongst us. Just think that we are sitting in a living room, drawing room, having a conversation. That's the beauty of this conversation, right? And sure, it's a Facebook Live. Other people who are watching in and they're welcome to join in. Please give their comments, and this will be recorded and shared. What are your thoughts on this topic of, let's say, what Inga said, what Pavi said, what Sunetra said, what Wanda just said.
Yeah. Uh, so actually, everyone mentioned like we should like give a helping hand for others, not only like human, also like the mother nature or the creatures. So actually, I think this pandemic also make me feel more sensitive to everything, like self-awareness or sensitive to the surrounding environment, and there is a chance you can see the beauty of the nature also, and you're more sensitive to like other people's needs. So I think that is a good chance, like in the coming years, we we can like focus more to be sensitive more and to sense what the nature gives the message to us, so we can plan better or we can do whatever necessary accordingly. Like self-awareness, maybe like before you're too busy, you didn't notice maybe you have some like old disease or something you should take care of your body part. So maybe that's time to be more sensitive of yourself and take care of that and be more healthy and strong so we can go on for a longer time, and also be more sensitive to the people surrounding around you. So sometimes you can feel like, or maybe there is some friends who are in need. Maybe you can ask more, then you can give some help to them. Or even on the street, if you see someone, you can just say one hi or just say, oh, how are you? And then maybe you will sense a little bit more. Maybe, oh, why this guy looks so sad? Maybe he needs something. Maybe I just ask one question. Maybe he will tell me everything. So maybe I can do whatever I can help a little bit, right? So that is really a good chance, like not only focusing on ourselves or also others, and not only people, also other creatures, or maybe even trees, plants, yeah, like stray dogs around you. Maybe if you consider, you can take one new pet. Yeah.
I mean, that's beautiful. You know, I know people on this panel, especially I think Pavi, like you're talking about stray dogs or anyway. I mean, all of us love animals. But my follow-up quick question to you really would be that are you a sample? My question is that. What do you think? Are you a sample of the age group of which you are, whichever? Do you think that in your age group this is the predominant thought, whichever age group you are? Do you think that what you're saying majority of folks amongst your peers think or believe the way that you think? What is your thought?
mm, I think, yeah, because actually in my age group, so most of them, they already made their own family. Maybe they have husband, they have children. So actually, like they're busy at the family life mostly. So actually, maybe they're too busy to focus on their family at this moment. But this pandemic made them realize something else. Yeah, they try to care about others more, of course. And also, I feel like this pandemic, uh, in fact, not different age groups. No matter you're young or you're like elder, it this 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 like this virus is very fair actually. There is chance to get it no matter what you explode to, no matter how you be careful or put all the protection, PPE, mask, everything. Yeah. So uh, because if you ask like specifically my age group, yeah, people are busy working, busy at the family. Especially I'm from Hong Kong. Hong Kong is an international city. Sometimes I would say Hong Kong people actually are quite selfish in some way, because like normally work we work hard, earn money, and we want to enjoy our life. Like normally our age group is like that, very honest. But this pandemic make us realize something else because some like we can't work properly. We just work from home. And then even in Hong Kong now, we have certain kind of lockdowns, like after 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., you can't even go out for dinner in a restaurant. So it forced us to spend more time with your family, actually. Yeah. So sometimes we think like, oh, why I work so hard to earn that much of money, but like we don't know what happened tomorrow. Will I be able to spend that much of money, right? So actually, we have certain kind of new thinking way. Yeah. Of course, we want to earn like certain amount, like minimum to enough to surviving. But more than that, if we don't have help, we don't have our family and friends to share, like what for? So I think this pandemic makes us new kind of thinking to revise what's the true meaning of life sometimes.
So that is interesting. If I may say, I don't know, whatever to earn for whatever, but to pay for your rentals, because the rentals are extremely high wherever, be it in Hong Kong or Tokyo or Seoul. So fair enough. But no, oh, thank you so much. I mean, that is such a honest, candid sharing of a conversation of thoughts between a global community out here. And thank you so much, Lily, for sharing. Now, may I come to Sunitra? Sunitra, you've been listening, and this is the last of this round, and then we begin the next round with Pavi, and then that will be the last round. So, Sunitra, what are your thoughts as you've been listening? Of course, you yourself are, as like let's say Lily is talking about, we work for our livelihoods, bread, butter, homes, and then but what are we earning for and what is our lifestyle? What are your thoughts on some of this aspect? Just reflections, please.
So I'd say, like, first of all, completely agreeing with what Lily said. Like, I think this period has been, I think the struggles have been the same for, more or less same for all the age groups, I'd say. Because like everyone has been going through the same mental health problems, and every group has been facing some or the other kind of problem. So this pandemic has obviously hit everyone, like in some or the other way. Like, I just the other day I was seeing, kids nowadays, they are having, there's 5-year-old kids having lectures on Zoom. It's very different from how I grew up. So this is the new normal now, and this is how we are moving forward. Teachers having difficulties delivering lessons on Zoom, and 5-year-old kids, they are trying to, trying to learn new things from Zoom. Schools being, shut down and everything. So I think every age group is sort of learning some things which are new for them. I'd say for kids, they are trying to learn how to work through Zoom. For older people also, they are trying to figure out the technology. So I'd say this has been a really learning period for all the age groups. So everyone has been learning something or the other new in this whole year, I'd say. So that's my
Thank
take
you.
on
I
this.
mean, we've been learning absolutely. Thank you so much. Okay, now this is the last round. Okay, the discussion, what we do is ideas and all rounds and rounds. So this is the last round, close up, wrap up. So each of you would be is welcome to, again, free flowing, share your ideas, throw your ideas, get your ideas out as much as we can. This is a platform right now. Okay, we see some people are watching. Please come by. This will be on YouTube. So share your ideas about what you think of the world of tomorrow, 2021. Especially, I have a question. Do you think a spirit of sportsmanship, there's a term, sportsman spirit. Do you think that going into the year 2021, of course, one is a campaign, by the way, which we are running. I would love all of you to join in. We'll share with you. The campaign is Live and Let Live. One. Okay, we'll share with you. Inkarath knows about it, right? In addition to it, do you think that because we are seeing memes right now coming out, 2020 was such a ghastly year, Off with you, kill you 2020. There's jokes going on. Who wants 2020? We want a better 2021. My question is that in this world of today or tomorrow, should we look at promoting more an idea of something known as a sportsman spirit, sportsman or sportswoman spirit? You know, it's a game. Life is a game, maybe. Okay, that's one. And of course, the other one is our big idea, big campaign that we are working on, which is live and let live. You, it's about live and let live amongst humankind and between humans and environment. We have to live and let live with the environment. We have to live and let live with the cosmos, all of that. So anyway, the reason I'm saying these points is that I want to push you guys into random areas so that you can feel free to share anything that you want to discuss. So, your concluding comments on this discussion, which is at the concluding of the year 2020 on Imagine India platform, and this will be on YouTube. It will be shared. The message will go somewhere. Believe me, guys, it will go somewhere. Whatever you say, whatever you talk, we talk, each of us talk. You see, our thoughts contribute to the global consciousness in a way, right? So each and every time that we talk or discuss anything, go with that belief that what we talk, what we discuss, contributes something to the goodness of the progress, and we don't know where this is ending. But anyway, that being said, so this is a concluding round. You can take your complete liberty, whichever way, and starting with Pavi. Your thoughts to wrap up this round, please, Pavi.
Yes, so as you mentioned, the sportsman spirit. So I would like to tell you my own experience. So back in March, when the first lockdown happened, I was moving forward with this thought process that things will go back to normal. So I had a certain, let's say, a baseline of what the normal is in my head, and I was kind of expecting that, okay, things will go back to normal. And I have this preconceived notion that things have to come back to this order. And I think that that is a very wrong way to look at life itself, because soon with time I realized that things are never going to be the same again. Because after a few months, I started going back to office, and I realized something that uh, everyone in the office, it was not the same. We were not sitting the same way. We were not working the same way. We were not speaking the same way. We were not having lunch the same way. And there's this sense of fear that we have. And there's this sense of apprehension. That, like we are all apprehensive about what is going to happen next. So even after things kind of go back to normal, it's not going to be the normal that we are used to. So that came as a slap on my face that okay, your expectations about the future are completely wrong. So that is where I woke up as a person, to actually look at things the way they were going. So when if we have to talk about the sportsman spirit, so I think that definitely there has to be a sportsmanship in all of us when it comes to this pandemic. And especially we are entering 2021 now. So I am really, really hoping that let's not, expect, because I think that is a very privileged way to look at things. And I think that is completely against the nature of existence itself, to expect things to go a certain way. And I think life is extremely random. The nature of existence is extremely random. And to expect things to go in a certain direction, certain way, I think time is the only thing that goes in just one direction, the arrow of time. Everything else is just chaos, and I think we have to be used to it. So let's just go with it. And I would like request everybody to drop that hope in your head to just be able to experience the old normal one day. and rather try to find something beautiful that could come out of this, because just because we are not used to living like this does not necessarily mean that it is bad, it is a bad way of living. Maybe we are just not used to it, but it could be something really, really beautiful. We just have to make it beautiful ourselves. So that is what we would like to tell everyone who's listening to me right now.
Oh, that is so beautiful. If I may say so, this gathering with these beautiful minds, each one of you, is a pleasure. It's an honor for me going into the year. So thank you for joining me for this conversation. Believe me, this is something very precious for me. Also, what each of you is saying and what each of you is there. Thank you so much, Pravi. Now, may I invite
Thank you.
welcome, please. Yeah. May I invite Wanda. Your thoughts. Wrap up any thought. Throw out. Share. It's a
Uh,
global audience. This will live in perennial. This will be perennial. It'll be on YouTube. Anyone can would be seeing it and looking and maybe inspired by what you say. So please share your thoughts.
actually, my thought is not too much difference. I still think the next 2021 will be the continue this story from 2020. Sorry to say that. It's a little bit make people feel disappointed, but it is true. But same like the last question I was talking about the tipping point. I feel it is the human beings history's tipping point. No matter which country we are, or which races, which religions, because virus doesn't recognize people difference. Yeah. So I had another idea is from Prabi, that we should keep the hope of life, no matter how hard we feel or we imagine. But maybe after some time, like you say, that the time proof. But after some time, maybe our imagination is not that much hard as we thought, just because of the future unknowing fears scaring us, because we don't know what will happen. And this scary can make so many mentality pressure, or even it can be the depression also. So yes, keep the hope, and don't leave any regrets in your life in every day. Finish everything what you want to do in that day. Even you feel tired. Okay, suppose like okay, I'm so totally exhausted, no energy. Okay, if that can move to the next day to finish, yes, fine. But from now, I also found my own personal habit changed. Like every day I push myself, not pushing actually. I feel I want to finish whatever the thing I want to do. Even a very tiny houseworking, sorry to say that. Then, if unfortunately the end is coming, I will not feel, oh my God, I forgot to cleaning the dustbin. I don't want to feel that. So, no regrets in life every moment and every day. Yeah, it's a little bit strange. Don't mind.
I mean, no, I mean that's what we look forward to. I think that's what everyone looks forward to. I think all of us on this panel or anywhere on this globe, we are in some senses similar. Not
Oh,
in some in
yeah.
absolute senses we're similar. So what you're saying is that, and it's so beautiful, so beautiful. I
Can
mean,
I add one more thing?
yes,
Yeah.
please, you may.
Actually, I also found after this pandemic happened, when I shifting back to Taiwan, I noticed my life attitude had changed, become quite positive in some way. That I don't want to leave any regrets in the past, because I, I was suddenly finish my study in India, so I have the regrets. I cannot finish there. I cannot continue learning with my guru there. So it pushed me to change the attitude, become more positive. Like every day, I want to make things over, have a completely feeling of a day. Then I feel safe. Then I can go to sleep. It's very simple idea, but it happened in my life since I came back from India to Taiwan. This in this 4 months. Yeah, it is what I noticed. Just for sharing.
No, thank you so much for sharing. Uh, I don't know, but I think probably for all of us on this panel and people listening on this Facebook Live, etc., I think many of us go through these phases, not phases, periods, and absolutely. As I told you, I'm going through it something like that right now myself. I lost my father about 2 weeks ago. So for me, it's a change of life, It's a change of this thing. So how, whatever. So what you're saying and what each of us on this panel is talking about is something. It's about somehow this year it has been a lousy year, some people say and all, but I don't know, I mean, or maybe it's a function of time in our lives. In your life it was meant to be, in your life, Sunetra, in your life Lily, in your life Pavi, in your life Inkra, it was supposed to be, you were supposed to be in Thailand and Satya come in Holland for 1 year, never meeting, whatever. It's been situations for us all. But who knows the truth of life? Peace, or unknown, and what to say, balance or whatever. I mean, acknowledgement. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So that's it. Now, may I invite Sunitra for your thoughts, please? It's a free flowing conversation, and now we are okay. Now we are running into closing rounds. I think Sunitra, Lily, Inga, and then Pavi. Yeah, please.
So starting with, I'd say, the biggest, let's take this year, for example, when the pandemic started. So the first 3, 4 months, all of like everyone was so confused, like, what is happening? Where are we going? Like, no one had any solution. So the first 3, 4 months, I'd say, were really chaotic. But then, it's the sportsmanship of us humans, like, and then which brought us to actually, get into thinking into, how to get a new vaccine, how to find out alternative ways of working. And so we found out so many solutions after that period, after that tipping point, as Wanda mentioned. So, I think, like, this year, we humans have shown a lot of sportsman spirit. And coming into the new year, I'd say, having 1 year experience with Corona, I'd say us as human beings, we will be moving into a new mode of evolution, like the new learning era, the new period of transition, the evolution period where we will be accustomed to newer things and, the new way of working, the new normal. So that's how I see 2021 moving forward. So that's my take on it.
And one
Wow.
thing I'd like to add to Sunetra's was is that the next generation is not going to know what we have experienced. Like we have seen this transition from
Yeah.
actually physically going to school, and like these people will be, joining Zoom classes. We have never had
Yeah.
that experience.
So it's so weird and, and so great at the same time. Like, we are witnessing this change, and we are actually seeing this transition happen. Like, we are the
That
first to see it.
technology as well,
That's
where
exactly, yeah.
touchscreen phone was something out of our imagination, and now
Yeah.
we are all having
We are the
touchscreens,
ones have,
and they
yeah.
will be born with touchscreens, and they will be born in the pandemic, and they'll
Exactly.
never know what kind of transition we have experienced ourselves.
Exactly. So it's a completely new evolution for us, I'd say, for us human beings.
Well, what to say? What to say? I agree with you. Last night I was at my sister's home, and there was a television, and my nephew He just walked to the TV and he started, touching the TV because he assumed that on a television you can do, this and that. So I mean, you cannot. I mean, the television works on something. So it's and you guys are living a very amazing time. You guys are. It's an amazing time you guys are living through. What to say? See, I'm 55 now, so you can frame yourself. I have no issues about my age. You can, I'm 55 now, so I mean, it's amazing the times you're living through. It's beautiful times, challenging times, but it's different times. Each generation times change. So thank you so much, Sunitra, and thank you so much, Pavi, for contributing to the idea of this and that. Now, may I invite Lily, please, for your thoughts. It's a conversation. Just think it this way that we are sitting on a sofa, six of us. See, the beauty of this thing that we're doing right now is that it's a Facebook Live. We are a global
Yes.
community. We are sitting, just imagine, we are sitting on a sofa having a conversation and let the world listen to us. We are not bothered, right or wrong. We're just having a conversation. What are your thoughts on this conversation, please?
Yes, just like you guys just ago said, like we are in part of the history right now. So maybe our next generation will talk something about us. That reminds me, actually, like few years ago in India, there was Notbandi, like 2,000 rupee, 1,000 rupee and 5,500 rupee. That time in one night, everything banned. That time I was in India that time already. So actually, I feel like kind of relate. Like that time, just one night, everything changes. Like everyone panic. We don't know what to do. And also, I got lots of help from others. Like that time, I don't even have cash. I don't have money to buy sabji. I don't have money to buy grocery. And that time, even like those vendors, sabjiwala, they can give me free food. Also, we're helping each other. And actually, after that time already passed now, already few years passed by, and I feel like there is another story I can tell others. So it become from that time it was very terrifying or frustrating moment, and now become a funny story I can tell everyone. Yeah, to a new friend or any others people I newly meet or they don't know even know about India. And I feel like the same. Maybe after a few years, 5 years, in 10 years, maybe this time of pandemic, this kind of lockdown would become another funny story we can tell others. So that time we have difficult timings, but already we pass it. Like we have all the difficulties, we go through it, we help each other, and yeah, it become a beautiful moment. And of course, for next year, 2021, of course, I don't think like sudden change because things won't change like the clock pass by or 12 o'clock, New Year, everything change. Of course, nothing's gonna happen like that. But we should like always hope for the best and prepare for the worst, of course. So as few of us here are actually performer, we're artists, like whatever we are facing, what kind of situation, we should always chin up, dress up, and the show must go on. So no matter what, we should show our best and face it. Yeah, no matter it's like, or maybe it's getting worse for a little bit more while, but finally it will pass and become another funny story we can tell others. And also, I do believe in butterfly effect. So, like, we are small human being, we just one one girl in this world, but like a little bit of effort or just one sentence, one positive energy, we can change the world together. So let's hope for the best for the next year. And the show must go on. So dress up, get ready.
Wow. Wow. Thank you, Lee. I'm reminded, someone sometimes said that, uh, like you said, the show must go on. 90% of success lies in showing up. 90% or 80% or 99% process lies in just showing up, howsoever down in the mind, in the mood you may be, whatever, but just show up. If you just show up at that interview, at the time, just show up. So 99% apparently lies there. So that's one. So thank you so much. So just show up. So just show up tomorrow morning for the year 2021. Beautifully said. Beautiful. Just show up. We may have so much, pain and lethargy in our minds and all, etc. But honestly, that's a beautiful message. Just show up. Just show up. Wherever, just show up. Thank you. Beautifully said. It's not a discussion on those, but beautifully said. Thank you. So now, again, okay, I'm losing the track. I've been working in Ghana. I've always, she's my most wonderful friend, but I've always had a tough time pronouncing her name. Okay, but Inkarat, yeah, your thoughts, please. Please.
And before I came back to Thailand, so I stayed in India for lockdown, around one month or 2 months something. And then actually it's very tough for me to stay another country without go anywhere because I have last year I had a lung infection. So my sister told me I should not go outside because if you have lung infection or something happened already in lung, so you should not go outside because you can get very easy more than another person. Yeah, and then actually, but I saw beautiful, so many people around my building. They're helping each other. Like one my neighbor, he know I cannot go outside, and then I say my water finished. So I want to buy water or something like that. Sometimes he just help me or my friend just help me. So actually, that is very beautiful thing. They don't see about where you from, but they just look at you are the human. Yeah, even on that time, I used to call to Lily and Wanga almost every week to ask them also. Like we try to help each other, even we know we cannot help much about that, but it's feel warm more than you feel alone, right? So we just call, just only say how are you, like just let friend know like you are not alone, you have somebody, we are like family. And then we try to connect to the embassy also, and it's very beautiful for foreigner to have embassy in another country because when in this situation, so it's like we are have home in that country. So the embassy is helping a lot for food, for everything. Yeah. And one thing I learned from in this year, do not crazy about work. Because actually I'm very crazy person about working. I just push myself even I'm not well, I just push myself. I can die for work. But then after that, one day I just went to for this hospital in Delhi. And then after that, the doctor told me if I push myself to do like this again, so in the future I cannot dance anymore because my bone have some crack, some problem, and my lung also is already weak. So actually, I have to be healthy. I cannot use my life like this anymore. I have to exercise. I have to eat properly. I have to sleep properly because before even whole night I didn't sleep because I'm always just only push myself. Even you can ask Lily or Wang Taj, they know very well about this. Yeah, I care my body before. I feel like okay, just work, get money, and then give to you know my family or just for myself like that. But one day I have to pay around almost 40,000 for just only my lung infection, and then I feel like I work for what? I work for give money for hospital. And then after that, I promised myself I should not do like this anymore. Next year, I have to come back to love myself. I have to come back to get healthy again. And I will do the best thing for me, for my life, and for everyone. Yeah. And be positive until we not have this body anymore. Every breath, that is our chance to learn something and to give someone. Yeah.
Wow. I okay, as a moderator, I have no words. I have no words. I think all the panelists here are hearing. And the beauty of this conversation is that, of course, it's a Facebook Live, but at the same point of time, this panel here, I would really urge, request you guys, you can be, we just connected and you should be in touch. But be off and on. It's a community you guys build up. Imagine the beautiful thoughts of each of you. And so it's a journey. You guys are walking a journey. We all are walking a journey. No one knows the truth. We can share ideas. Nobody knows when we may, falter or whatever. So it's a beautiful thought, and thank you so much, Inga. And that's the purpose of this discussion today. By the way, is always it's a Facebook discussion. Okay, we are just running out. We've been talking too long. I've taken up too much of your time. It may be very early your morning, your morning, your morning, your morning, etc. But thank you so much for bearing with us. So sure. So now let's say a closing comments from where we go from. Let's say Lily, Pavi, and Vanda. Lily, your closing comments, and then we really are going to close this conversation. Please.
Yeah, first of all, like really thank you for having this opportunity to let us, because some of us we didn't know each other earlier, but now we are connected. So this is a really good chance. So first of all, really thank you for this opportunity, and also let us to be heard by others, because this is a Facebook Live. I don't know who are listening now, but I hope just in the coming year is coming, and end of the year always we get emotional, so maybe a little bit depressed or feeling down or frustration or something, but it's okay. Like new year is coming, so always we can make wishes, hope for better. So just stay positive, and yeah, and show up in your own show performance. The spotlight will be on you. Yeah, prepare for the camera. Spotlight.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Prepare for the camera. The spotlights will be on you. The spotlight is always on you. You are always the hero or heroine of the spotlight of your life. The gods, whichever gods or universe, you are the hero or you are in that bright light. We are, I am, you are, each one of us, I would think. So thank you for such a beautiful message. And sure, next year, sometime again, we'll have a beautiful discussion like this and carry on. Thank you so much, Lily. Now, may I invite Pavi again, in the sense that the last words will be Vanda.
Okay. So, as you mentioned before, like that thing that you said, that show up, no matter what, just show up. I think that is something which is extremely powerful, and it is also very important for us to understand that there is the concept of motivation is a scam. It's a big scam. It's a big scam, and I think there's only self discipline. And motivation hits you at 2 in the morning when it's really not required. It's never there at 6 in the morning when you actually have to get out of the bed. So I think that thing is really important for all of us, and especially in this pandemic where we are just isolated. We are inside our rooms and we are just confined into small areas. I think that one thing is extremely important. And let's just just zoom out a little bit and see things in a grander scheme. And I think that existing exactly at this point in time where I mean, how lucky do I have to be to not be born maybe 50 years back or maybe 20 years from now, exactly at this point, just to witness this thing happening right in front of me and going through it. I think my existence is really vivid in that sense, and I'm really grateful to have experienced this in my lifetime. I know it sounds a little crazy because who can enjoy a pandemic, but purely in terms of existence and the vividness of life and the randomness of life, I think this is something that I'm grateful for, to have experienced this myself and not be a part of any other generation. So I think we could maybe look at things in a slightly different manner, which will eventually, make us feel better about our situation and motivate us for something hopeful and good in life. So I think that's what I have to say.
Thank you so much. See, I mean, you would have been born anytime, which would have been the unique time for your life. Yeah, sure, right now. You would not have known. You may have been born 1,000 years ago in that consciousness, and that would have been the most beautiful time of your life. But who knows? But absolutely agreed and beautifully appreciated. That's the spirit in which we should go. But yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Pavi. May I now invite Vanya
Okay.
for her? Yeah,
Sorry.
please. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, from Lily's and the Pravi's word, I feel when people say when she say the show must go on, then I feel that is means hope. That is the hope of the life that we make it to continue. And also, I also feel like still live the life moment where you are and never feel regret, and also remember to say I love you to the people you love, and don't hide this passion, this love, because um, life is too changeable, and now we see it is really too changeable. So just never left any regret when you want to say I love you to your parents, to your very close good friends, to your brothers and sisters, or to your pet, suppose. And I think that is enough. And this thought, I feel it never change in every different timing or generation. Yeah. Like keep what we feel. No, I should not say keep. What is that word? Um, to always showing the inside heart that we want to say, because sometimes the life is hard. I don't want to say. I'm depressed, and then I forgot to say I love you, and the next day I lost someone. Then that is the regret. So just and how to say, more open of your shy feeling to showing your real feeling. Yeah.
Can I say something?
Oh, yes.
Actually, um, actually, I'm accept about Wanga about this. If you feel something, so you should say because last year I lost my really good brother. Actually, he was call me like pair let's meet tomorrow, and then I say actually I'm busy. I cannot go to meet you. Can you come to my perform because on that day so we can talk. And then actually, uh, in that day he just passed away, and then I not have time to just say bye or say anything to them. And I didn't say like, hey brother, I love you, I miss you, thank you so much for everything. Because when I went to India, I not have anyone, I lost all my money, everyone just used me, and I learned a lot of life from India. So he is the one to be with me like a family. And then one day I just say no him because every time when I ask him, he never say no me. But just only on that day he asked me, and then I just say no next day or next time. And then on that day he just passed away, and then I feel really upset, on that time. And then because of that, that's why I learned something like, if you feel something, so don't say tomorrow, next week or next time, but just do now, like that.
Yes.
Huh, what to say? Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow never comes. Peace. Sure. Thank you so much, each of you, for joining us for this conversation on a set of topics about the year 2020 and 2021, the ideas of life by, gone by, coming by, everything known or unknown, and where we are, where we will go. This discussion has been brought to you by the Imaginary Institute as a special edition on the post Christmas Eve with a brilliant set of folks with whom we've learned, and we look forward to learning and walking the journey more. And we wish this journey the best for each of our panelists and each of our listeners further. This discussion will be on YouTube as a video for folks to listen in and share it. Thank you so much. This broadcast ends now.